You still live on the other screen.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I really don't know
So
what the fuck.
it's gonna take
I
a
don't know
second to
what
get
the
everybody
fuck is
over.
happening. I
What
don't
the
know how this
hell's
shit
wrong with
happened.
this picture?
Let me try to get this shit together, man. I don't know what the fuck.
It's fixed now. I can click share.
Yeah,
Right.
the
So
StreamYard link
you're
is
on the
something.
one that's paid.
Yeah,
I
they
need,
probably
I,
don't let you upgrade it in midstream anymore.
I need to end the. It fucked me all up doing that.
Oh, let me back out of here.
Sorry, y'all. I apologize. I got to end the other one. He said post it in the comments. All right. I got to end that other one.
New live.
New
Yo,
live.
OG Crazy said, "Why y'all talking about money online?
He talking like we talk about drugs or some shit.
Like we literally are talking about the bet that was made online."
That dude got lights on, but nobody home.
Y'all talk about OG like that, man.
OG Crazy, man.
He is. We lied though, so
Yeah, but we ain't talking about anything bad.
Well, we got to figure out how to fix his offense in the red zone, man.
I ain't even
You're the
feel
number one offense between the 20s and then 20th once you get up there.
Because they can't run the ball.
okay.
What's up, guys?
Mostly.
I'm in here.
What's up, Corner? How was your Christmas?
I need.
Dude, we had a really good Christmas, but we're live though. We were live though. Good God, we're gonna have 100 people in here.
I know. I need.
What's up, Ishan?
Hey man, how you guys doing? Man?
I've been trying to get you into
How was your Christmas?
It was good, man. I can't complain. Just with the family. How about you guys?
Pretty good, man.
All good, brother. Money spent.
Mm-hmm.
Got to do it again next year.
Yeah.
No, right.
Don't let Junkie escape. He not. I haven't had the. I was trying to fix shit. I haven't even get my spiel. I'm like, I'm finna really like. I'm not letting him off the hook. As soon as he get in here, it's on.
I never knew it took so long to Apple Pay money. I never usually takes.
Hey, Uncensored, where are you getting at? The Cowboys are 20th in red zone.
That's
Yeah,
what
I didn't know
that's
that.
what it was last time I looked.
And
Let me
they're
double
8th.
check. 8th.
When did you look at it?
I
But
gotta pull
still,
it up to
once
see
you
what.
get inside the 20, it's much, much harder to pass into the end zone. First rush.
All right, we got Junkie.
They're 8th in the red zone. I heard 20th. I knew you were lying, but I didn't want to say anything.
Nah, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
I got you, Mike. Give me a
I'm
second,
not
Mike. I
prideful.
got you.
Score when we need them. Not
Give me a
play
second,
around.
Mike.
All
All right.
Don't matter.
So here we go. I was busy trying to get this shit situated. Junkie man, one of my biggest issues early on was you said this quote, and it really like bothered me. You was like, I don't give a damn about the defense. Offense gonna score no points to win. Right? And this is all fun. I don't give. We all lost. We all fans of the same damn team. We all lost. This is just all fun. And we were just saying early on, like we didn't believe that. And then you kind of doubled down with the addition of Pickens and all that. You felt like if Dak got what he needed, one of the things you mentioned was him needing a running back because you said a healthy Dak wouldn't have had that bad record last year, but he didn't have a number 2 and he didn't have a running back. I felt like we eclipsed all that. We accomplished all of that, and we ended up. We probably look worse this year with Dak in a full season. We probably look worse. When does it be a moment where you say it's him? You said a big part of us not succeeding last year was him not having the weapons he needed. You mentioned other teams. You mentioned other teams had they running back. They had they number 2s. When does it come a point to where? Because one reason we can't blame the defense is you put this on yourself. You said you didn't care. You said we were going to score enough points, so you already took them out of the equation. So when does it come to a point where we like, damn, it might be this dude. We've got to a point where this dude has had everything he needs. When does that happen for you? And I'm not trolling. I'm being dead serious. I really want to know. When does it come to the point where we say, "Damn, it really is Dak"?
That question for me?
Absolutely,
bro. I just see things. I don't think Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the NFL, bro. I don't. But I also believe that quarterbacks, because I think we'll all agree that Dak Prescott is some. Let's start at average to up, because I think he's above average, but I know you guys don't. So let's just say he's average to up. I think that's hard to find in the NFL, bro. If you look around the league with all the teams that's searching for quarterbacks, and I think Dak Prescott is above average quarterback, bro. I don't put the whole blame on him. At some parts of the season, bro, I think everybody up here felt that we at least can probably make the playoffs. I know we had best today, wasn't, but that was before the season started. Once you seen the offense keep cooking and stuff like that, y'all probably was like, in some games Dak ball, you know what I mean? And he played good in some games, you know what I mean? The Kansas City game, they're not making the playoffs neither, but that's Patrick Mahomes, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Philadelphia Eagles, that's a division rival, but those are the Super Bowl champions, right? So some games he played in the first game against Philadelphia. I don't blame Dak for that game. Y'all do. I don't. CeeDee Lamb dropped hella passes that game. I think Miles Sanders fumbled that game. It was a lot of things that happened in that game, bro. I don't think Dak Prescott is a Patrick Mahomes that can just drag his team to the playoffs. I've never believed that. But I believe, like, with the right people around him, which I agree that this is what I wanted on the offense side of the ball, he didn't get it done, bro. I can't sit up here and make no excuses, bro. He didn't get it done, man. He wasn't consistent throughout the year. His stats might say that in the numbers with the yards and all that stuff, but he didn't get it done, bro. And I think some of it is the defense. I know we're not saying the defense, but the offense got to score like every – hey, reverse the role and look at the Philadelphia Eagles team, right? They defense is the reason they got the schedule, because some of they – man, I think Jalen Hurts scored a throw like 100 yards one game. When can Dak do that, bro? What game can he throw 100 yards and win? You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't put all the blame on him, bro. But to answer your question, when does it become a time to just say it's him? I don't have as much faith right now, bro, as I did before the season. He's another year older. I don't know what's going to happen with Pickens. Hopefully he's back. I think the team will be better next year because I think they're going to put a lot of the draft picks and stuff like that on the defense side of the ball. I don't think nothing. You can't really do nothing on the offense side. What you going to do? Like, I don't know what you could do on the offense side of the ball. Like, what you going to do, bro? You probably going to bring back the running back. Dak's still under contract. I know y'all don't want it, but he ain't going nowhere. CeeDee Lamb's still going to be there. I think they're going to sign Pickens. We drafted offensive lineman last year's draft. So what they going to do on the offense side? They just signed the tight end. You know what I'm saying? So they just signed Turpin, right? What you going to do? Like, so I think all the drafts is going to be to edge. I think that's Savage. I think that's what Savage was talking about in the season, edge, and some DBs, bro, because we was getting burnt. I think it's time for a Bland. I don't think I know they paid him, but I don't know what's up with him, bro. You know, Diggs, I don't know what's up with him neither, man. So I think it's going to be DBs, linebacker, edge in the draft, and we just got to try to come back, bro. That's all.
In safety.
Yeah, DB, yeah, part of deep safety, yeah. So
That's right.
that's what I said, edge, yeah.
Linebacker.
Yeah, because if you look at the I think if I'm not mistaken, what's the quarterback name for I can't think his name right now for the Chargers? What's his name?
Herbert.
Herbert. I think he's the most sacked quarterback in the league, bro. Dallas couldn't get to him. You know what I'm saying? So like
So don't make this about the defense. Why are we talking about defense not getting to Justin Herbert?
No, I went over the offense. I'm not blaming no side of the ball, bro. I'm just going over both sides. You know what I'm saying? You asked me a question and I answered it. When does it become a part of Dak? I'm not gonna argue with a stop sign, bro. Dak will be here next year. I think we all know that. So why am I going like what you want me to say? I don't have as much.
I'm basing my questions solely off what you said previously.
Yeah, I said that, and he didn't get it done. I said give him a running game, give him another number 2 receiver. You know what I mean? Give him a decent offensive line, which he had, and he didn't get it done, bro. Like,
Do you want to bet another 1,000 we don't make it to the playoffs next year?
I think we will, but I'm not gonna do that. I think we will because
I'm giving you a chance to get your money back. I'm giving you a chance to get. You can't say I'm not a nice guy.
Nah, bro. I think we was gonna make it this year, but I don't know what happened, bro. We losing to sorry ass teams, bro. Like,
I'll tell you what happened. The same thing we told you. It's your quarterback.
But
Let me ask you this: Why, Junkie? Since I know you've been a solid dude and a man of your word, Junkie. Why would you say that got everything he need now? If they don't get it done this year, you said word for word, I'm off the train.
yeah, bro. But you also said on one of the streams we're gonna make the playoffs. You did.
Oh,
Hold on, bro.
No,
You did. You said
no.
on one of the
See, you know the difference. You know the difference between me and you, Junkie. When they get up there and they shit the bed, I get right on camera and I tell them, I fucked up. Go look at my last stream. I said I bought into the hype of that 3-win streak. I admit it.
Yeah, but I heard you say later in the season, look, damn, we're gonna make the playoffs. I heard you
And
say
I'm
it.
telling you what
At
I
one
just
point
said last, and I got on camera last week and said, damn, they got me. I got on camera last week and said, but what I'm asking you is, why did you say you would be off the train, but now you're saying you're not off the train?
I'm not saying I'm not off the train. No. I don't have as much faith, bro. I'm never gonna just be off the train. He gonna be fifth. Me and you both know he gonna be back here next year. So what we gonna just argue with the stop sign, bro?
No, I'm debating you. I'm debating your words. You said you were gonna be off the train.
I said that. I said, and I'm telling you right now, I don't have as much faith, bro.
What does that mean?
I'm not riding hard like I was used to be. You know what I mean?
Hey,
like you know what I mean? I'm not. I can't be going all out on the edge like that, like I used to be, bro. I can't because I've been let down over and over and over and over, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it, man.
What? Why? Okay. Like I said, this is all fun because this is all our team. We don't, y'all, and when we say this, y'all like to tell us we don't like to do. It's not that. It's that and I went back and forth with Corner about this. Hell, Eshan can vouch for this. 2023 wasn't nobody on my channel rooting for Dak like me in 2023. Nobody.
Yeah.
I was going crazy for Duke. I said Jordan Love was not gonna come in our stadium and beat us. 2023, and Corner was like, dude, I still don't trust him. He just regular season. So there's not a time where I haven't been like on that. I'm over it. 10 seasons, 11 seasons is enough. When you've seen this guy have every type of wide receiver you can pretty much name. A speedster, a route runner, a 50-50 type guy. You've seen a bruiser running back. You see the speedy running back. You've seen everything. Finna be 5 defensive coordinator. Probably gonna be 4 head coaches after Shoddy. 3 offensive coordinators. There's only one denominator. Him. Everybody has been gone except him.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Chicago quarterback Caleb Williams, he going to the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Would you trade Dak for him? What about Bryce Young? He going to the playoffs, right, for the Panthers, right? Would you trade Dak for him?
Absolutely, they're both young.
Bryce Young.
Would you trade? Would you swap them out? They both going to the playoffs.
Bryce Young, absolutely.
Then I guess I
What?
don't know what to say, bro.
Say that again. My thing's not. What?
There you go.
You would trade for Bryce Young?
I knew it wasn't gonna be long before I knew it wasn't gonna be long before Road Warrior Animal tagged in Road Warrior Hawk. I knew it was coming.
My point was look at the team's quarterback that's not making the playoffs. What's the name beat us? The Cardinal quarterback beat us. Would you trade him for that?
I do not understand why we can't just stick with our quarterback.
Yo, Junkie.
Would you
Here's
trade
the
him?
thing. All those quarterbacks that you just named that are in the playoffs are young. All the old quarterbacks are sitting on the couch. It's a young man's league. It is a young man's league, man. And Dak is too old. He had his chance. He failed. You got to move on and get a new quarterback.
So
Old quarterbacks get too expensive.
You would trade Bryce Young you would switch out Bryce Young right now for Dak Prescott. That's what you're saying.
Is he in the playoffs or not? And he's in the playoffs with less talent than us.
Way less talent.
Imagine if we had him with our talent.
with
Yeah,
Rico.
you know what? I would take him.
Come on, Junkie, man. Junkie, come on, bro.
I just don't agree, bro.
The only old quarterback to make it is Matthew Stafford. That's it.
Man, 80, I need you in here, 80, please. I need you in here.
I don't have as much faith, bro. I don't. You know, that's all I can say, man. I just know quarterbacks are hard to come by, bro.
So with quarterbacks being hard to come by, you would be scared to get another one as if he ain't Junkie. He ain't done that for us.
I'm not scared to get another one. But you just can't tell me a quarterback. Tell me who that quarterback is.
Stop doing that.
We'll find out. Once we start drafting, we'll find out.
Junkie, when the Broncos moved over from Russell Wilson, did they know they had Bo Nix?
Oh,
no.
Milton. So y'all would go start next year with Milton?
See, why is you trying to?
I'm asking. You said anybody, right?
No, I didn't say.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I said we'll find someone. We'll draft someone.
Who?
Actually, Sean Payton.
This
already
Apple
had
Pay
his
is
eyes
going.
on Bo
This
Nix.
Apple Pay is.
Yeah, but he
actually
didn't know Bo Nix would be there when he picked. You can't
No, not
guarantee
at
somebody's
all.
gonna be there when you pick.
But
You
they
take
had
a
their eyes
chance.
set on him, though.
Corner, come on, Corner.
That doesn't mean he could have been drafted earlier though, Corner.
And they had backup plans. Their goal was to get Bo Nix in the beginning, and they
So
got
you
him.
mean they actively were searching for a quarterback, so they put a plan together to get a quarterback. That's what
That's
you're saying?
correct.
So
Yes.
so all you need to to move on, all you need to do is put a plan in place to replace him.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm okay with that.
Then
But
you
that's all we're
don't
saying,
know
though.
who that person's gonna be though.
No,
You
but
have to
see,
put a
the
plan.
front
You have to
office
have
will.
option. You have to have option 1, 2, and 3, and then you try to get them. And if they're not there, then you put option 1, 2, and 3 the next year.
Cowboys had that done when they had Paxton Lynch, Savage. What was the other guy? They had another guy.
I'm still waiting on the Apple Pay.
And they had another guy. And
Junkie,
then,
pay that man. Pay that man, Junkie.
and then they had
bro. Send it to me. Send it to my phone number.
and then they had Dak
got
Prescott
Apple Pay.
later on down the
You got
line.
it.
I think Dak Prescott was like the
You
fourth
have my
option.
number. You said 20 minutes ago.
They've done it before.
Man, listen, man.
Connor
I don't
Cook.
give a
Thank you,
damn.
Judge Binks.
I don't give a damn who it is. You start looking for a quarterback. You're not gonna tell me in the offseason you don't care about the defense, but then get on this live and say we couldn't sack Justin Herbert. You said you didn't care. You said we was gonna score enough points till it didn't matter. I don't want to hear that. You had your whole channel was telling me uncensored we didn't know shit.
And I'm saying right now I was wrong.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. I said
I
that already
appreciate
though
that.
15
He's been
times.
saying that. Yeah.
Corner, goddamn Corner, goddamn.
1,
God
2,
damn,
3,
man.
4, 5, 6, 7. And I don't know if Mike. It's 7 against 1. I'm gonna chime in because that's just what I do.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, but you also said you wanted Eberflus back next year.
And Paul, you know
You
what,
almost
Corner?
gave
God
me a
damn it!
stroke.
I was gonna wait until January 1st. But since you want to run your mouth, let me tell you about yourself. Let me tell you about yourself. You know what you did last year?
Back.
Me, you, Eshan on live, December 2024. You know what you said? I said, man, I don't want Jay Ferguson. All right, man. When he had 1,200 yards, I don't want to hear nothing. I said, what? Oh, yeah, man. Set your watch. January 1st, 2026. Jake Ferguson's going to have 1,200 yards. Let's talk about that, Corner. Did he reach that number, Corner? Did Eberflus do what he said he was going to do, Corner? Did Shoddy build that culture you was talking about, Corner? Since you want to butt in on Junkies, Scream, trying to tag team in, you want to do a run in or something? Since you want to do that, let's talk about your Ferguson 1,200 yards.
And
Let's
you
talk
also
about
said
that.
you
What
wanted
happened to
Eberflus
that?
back.
What
No,
happened?
I
You
did not
said
say that.
Eberflus has Sean Lee. He gonna do
No.
this. He gonna incorporate-
That's out of context. That is completely out of context. 1,000% that is out of context. What the question G. Hampton asked was, what has he ever done? And I said, well, he coached guys like Sean Lee and Bruce Carter, and they play at a high level. That's all I said. That's all I said. And then I said Jerry could keep Matt Eberflus because he wants guys like White Cotton to stick around. I never said that I wanted him here on the team for another year. Absolutely not.
When Uncensored said Eberflus was going to be Mike Nolan 2.0, you took your glasses off and said, what?
Because I couldn't believe it. But
You
he
think
was
he's going
right.
to be Mike Nolan 2.0? What?
Yeah, I couldn't
And then what
believe
you
it.
turned around and said, I couldn't predict Eberflus was going to be Mike Nolan. Since you want to butt in on junkie stuff and tag team yourself in, let's talk about you.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's talk about you,
let's
Mr.
go.
Recent Man.
Talk
You
about something I ain't already admitted.
Let's talk about you.
Talk about something I ain't already admitted. Talk about something I ain't already admitted.
Now you're already deflecting.
Talk about something I ain't already admitted.
So you're okay with trying to bring up the past on other people when it's time for you to bring up
That's
to the
not
table.
true.
What are you doing? Oh, no. I did this. I did that. There's always a caveat. You're hating on Sports Junkies caveat, but yet you always have a caveat or something.
No,
else
I don't.
Words,
no, I don't. I admit it.
I always talk about the moment. I always do this. I always do. No, you can't do that. Oh no, you did that.
I'll be back you 1 second, Junkie. Pause.
To debate because you will always
Junkie.
do other stuff.
Corner. Name something I was wrong about that I didn't get on my channel and admit. Name a time I was wrong about someone I didn't say I was wrong.
But I'm saying I was wrong right now, though.
Name it. Name a time I didn't get on here and admit it.
Mike Nolan being wrong about. I said Sports Junkie was right. Or excuse me, I said Uncensored was right. So what's your point here? Exactly, because you go make up another excuse.
What are you talking about?
I already said Uncensored was right because I couldn't believe that they would put a product like Mike Nolan on this defense in the span of twice in 5 years. Couldn't believe it.
Exactly. So since you want to chime in.
But Jake Ferguson played well. Javonte Williams played well. George Pickens played well. Let's talk about things I was right on, all right? And you were wrong about George Pickens, sir. You were wrong about George Pickens. Completely wrong about George Pickens. And you haven't said shit about that, have you?
Hey, y'all, go back and watch my Kansas City live game when I said I was wrong about Pickens.
Live game, but not on a crazy live show.
Kansas City. Yeah. I got over 1,500 views on that video. Go back and watch the Kansas City Chiefs live when I said, damn, Pickens proved me wrong. Go watch it, y'all.
About time. What week was that? That was Thanksgiving? You had August, September, October.
Name another time.
You had 3.5 months, and you finally said you were wrong?
I admitted it.
About time. God damn.
I admitted it. I admitted it like I always do.
The cows are coming home.
Thank you, Match 85. I 100% owned up to that. I literally said in the video I was wrong about him. I said he proved me wrong. As a matter of fact, go back to that Raiders game when I said he might be the best receiver on this team.
About time.
Go back to that game. Hell, you never admitted to November. You always wait till November. This your first year admitting shit early.
Have you not seen
yourself?
It's pretty easy. We're a losing team. We're about to be a 500 team.
Bring you back in, Mike. Mike, I got you. 80, try again, 80. Since you want to tag team yourself, and you know this about Junkie, and you want to tag team yourself in, you just can't help yourself.
Hey,
you want to tag in whatever I want. I'm a grown-ass man.
You want to be fucking Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie and tag team yourself in? Let's talk about you said.
I was wrong. You were wrong. I was right. You were right.
Check your watch. You said it on your watch. You said it. Jake Ferguson, January 1st, 2026 will have 1,200 yards. Check it. It's right there.
If this team won 3 more games, this would be a whole other conversation.
Check it.
You had us 10 more wins. You moved up your wins.
Check it.
I check my watch when I want to check my watch.
Check it.
You had us going to the playoffs.
You know what?
You said you believed in
Dak. You're making my point. You're making my point because I moved up my wins because of George Pickens.
You moved it up 1, and then 2 weeks later, you moved it up again.
Because of George Pickens.
No, it wasn't because of George Pickens.
So who was it for?
And you said Schottenheimer was wearing on you because Schottenheimer is wearing on me. He knows how to talk. He knows how to do this. He knows how to do that. It doesn't matter. You still changed that on Schottenheimer. So look, we can point fingers all day long.
No, we can't.
You, me, Sports Junkie, hell, Savage even said that he would take Devontae, and I'm not throwing you under the bus, Savage. He would take Fowler sacks over Micah sacks any day of the week if Fowler didn't do anything. So we all said a bunch of rubbish, and we said a lot of correct things too.
Try it again, 80. My bad, 80. It wasn't about you. It was about Junkie.
I was just giving an example of what you said about the Fowler thing.
I already admitted I was wrong.
I know you was, but Corner wanted to tag team in when it wasn't even about his ass. But since he brought it up, we had to get into that Jake Ferguson spiel.
We can get into a lot of that too.
1,200 yards, January 1st, 2026. I don't want to hear name of Ferguson got 1,200 yards. Oh, Shotty building culture. Oh, the head coach and the offensive coordinator is different.
Hey, what I don't understand is I agree that a lot of my faith is not as high, but it's hard for me to get on here and just say draft the quarterback. Cool, I'm with that. Okay, y'all want to do that? I'm cool, but it's hard for me to get on here and say that number one offense. So how is just the offense fault? I ain't blaming the offense. Like what else he do? He damn near MVP for half the season and candidate. You know what I mean? Might lead the league in yards. It's hard for me just to say, just get anybody in here, bro. Like, I just.
Why you keep saying anybody? Like, this is not what the NFL do.
Tell me, because you can't tell me who it is, bro.
I can never tell you who it is. They don't know who it is.
And I'm going to say I'm riding with that.
For another year?
I don't understand, bro.
I'm talking about
this offense. Dak Prescott went games with all these weapons and didn't score a touchdown.
I just said that.
Didn't.
And I said
I
that.
don't
And I said he
understand,
did
bro.
that.
You can do that with any quarter. Man, you got to develop a young
Man,
quarterback.
the
and go out
Vikings
there
shut down
and
this
function,
offense, man. After the
So because
first
I
two
can't
drives,
name a quarterback, because you can't name a quarterback, that's it?
No,
Don't get one?
Bro, I'm talking about draft. Yeah, I'm talking about draft and then city year. Y'all, what I'm getting in from y'all is next year rookie quarterback. That's what I'm getting from y'all.
No.
Oh, okay. We agree then. Draft.
You losing with and without this dude, man.
All right,
It don't matter.
Draft city year, and then after next season, 2027 season, then I might be on that train with y'all. But I just don't see you got a young Pickens, you got a young CD Steele, and you're gonna just throw a rookie quarterback with those receivers, bro. I just don't agree.
If you have a running game, you could do it. They did it with Dak.
But what's the difference? What's the difference between 8-1 and 5-12? What's the difference?
Bro, the offense didn't get it done, bro. I've said that multiple times. I don't know how many times I can say it. They
okay, but you still shying away from bringing in a damn quarterback, though.
I just said that, bringing a quarterback. I just said that right now.
You just said you rhyme with that because we don't know. We ain't got no names
for next season. I didn't say not draft one. I'm talking about for next season.
We agreed on the same thing. We know Dak starting this. We just said draft one.
I'm okay. I'm with that. I agree with
we
you.
We know he's starting that season. My question was you. My question to you before Jeff Hardy, before Matt Hardy tagged in. My question to you was, why did you say if they don't get it done with all those weapons, you off the train? Now you flipping, saying, you know what?
I'm not flipping. I'm saying I said that my confidence has went down, bro. I just said
don't do semantics. Don't do semantics.
I'm not, bro.
Don't do semantics. You said word for word.
Look at Carson.
Bro, it's been times in the season.
Semantic coming from you is crazy.
Dude, listen. You can ask these guys. I got a clip load for corner of crazy. He said this year that I was gonna release.
And
all
we can make one about you too. I mean, it's simple. We so talk ridiculous. A lot on here. It's super Mike, easy to make clips.
I'm trying to let 80 in, bro. Hold up, Mike. Give me 1 second, bro. Like, bro, like I'm not. This ain't. He want to make it, but it's not about him. It's about Junkie. It's not about you, man. It's not about you. Your whole culture building, Eberflus, White Cotton, Clayton Adams, all that shit you was praising. Nothing. Losers. Nothing. All that shit you was praising. All them coaches you knew nothing about. You do this all the time. You did it with Alan Hearns. You do it with anybody new that come here. You just start talking crazy. You know nothing about these coaches, and you did it with them.
Didn't you believe the linebackers were the strength of this defense? I think that was you. I think you believed that. You were wrong on that too. Oh yes, sir.
No.
Oh yes, sir.
I was wrong on that. I was wrong on that.
Oh, okay. I will admit I was wrong on that. I was the one who said that.
We can do this all day. We all said a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I said that. I was wrong about that.
Mike, give me one. Yo, Mike, stop clicking the link. Stop clicking the link, bro.
When you keep saying Mike, I think you're talking to me.
No, I'm talking about.
I don't see a mic on here.
No, your boy Mike, he keeps clicking the link. It keeps 80.
Hey, I got a question, Fifth. So, I said that I'm kind of like that went down a little bit. What can I say right now to make you believe off the train? Like, what words can I say? I'm done with that. F dot, get him up out of here. What can I say to tell you off the train?
You need to admit that we need a new quarterback to win. It's time to bring somebody else in and get another guy ready. What did Dak show you when he left? Yo,
I just said draft one.
No, just admit that you cannot win a Super Bowl with Dak.
Why do you still believe 98? How you doing, brother?
That's all we're asking you for.
Dog, this is just.
What up, baby?
What's happening?
It's safe. It's safe. Hey,
What's up, baby?
It's safe.
You sure?
I'm
Hey, what up? What up, Aiden? What up?
man.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, baby. Did you have a good Christmas?
Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. We made it. We made it. Almost there.
Not yet. Got a week.
This must be.
Yeah,
We're almost there, man.
I think we got some of the junkie people in here. Somebody said, "Oh hell, Sports Junkie Live."
What's up, man? Getting too old for this, man.
Yeah, to be honest. Golly, man.
Hey, man.
This is fucking. Come on, man.
Yeah, I think we all getting. I think we all y'all right behind me, except Savage and old school. He OG. They got some years on me, but yeah, man. What's going on? What y'all got going?
Well, here's what happened. Pretty much, if Junkie Tag Team Partner, don't interrupt me. We had a few bets early on. And my topics were a few things. 3 things Junkie said that we wanted to speak about. He said, technically 4. He said last season we were bad because we didn't have a running back. Dak didn't have a number 2 and injuries. I feel like we eclipsed that this year. Another thing he said was he didn't care about the defense because we were going to score enough points to win. Another thing he said was with all the weapons we have now, if Dak didn't get it done, he was off the train. And those are just the things we were addressing. And all those things pretty much typically lead back to the quarterback. You know, a decade plus of the same thing. You're bringing all this talent. CeeDee Lamb has been here since 2020, so he's a half a decade in, which means more talent wasted. Quinn Williams going to be the same thing. You're not going to win with this guy. You're not going to win with this guy. I feel more comfortable knowing that I'm winning with winning or losing with a rookie that's still learning versus a 10-year veteran who should know better, who should be able to read a cover 2, who should know to change things up when he see it when the defense is showing blitz. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him still having these same issues 10 years in, man. I'm sick of it. It makes no sense. So pretty much those were the topics. You know, Junkie, he a man of his word. You know, we had
No, he's not a man of his word because he wasn't sending. He was trying to send $100 over. I said you need it more than me. I denied it. Then he asked me about a cake. It ain't personal. It's business now.
I ain't allowed to take that $100.
You got 100 more than me. You're the only guy I know in the world with an iPhone that doesn't have Apple Cash. Don't worry about it, man. It's all good.
Oh my gosh.
It's all good.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
So
Cowboys have done.
Pretty much it's just a revamp of between March, April, and May when Junkie his whole Junkie chat was fucking jumping on me uncensored like hell. They told us we didn't know
Junkie, just do me
football.
a favor. When I jump in your chat, tell the broad that you got there, I think she's Hitler and likes to ban everybody. Be a man, and tell her not to ban me.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna be a man and tell her not to ban me or no?
Oh man.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Because your
Guys,
moderators
come on,
over there
man.
go crazy.
Jesus.
So what are the we seen Back to the Future a million times.
Man.
What are the results? What is the conclusion of this movie that we've seen?
Where are we going?
It's the same thing every time.
That's the same thing, right?
It don't matter who we bring in.
So I think it's fair to say, and I think it's safe to say, just respectively speaking, everybody, we're all adults on this channel.
Right.
Regardless of who made bets, who's right, who's wrong, respectively speaking, I think we could all agree that the conclusion has been the same for the past 31 years. 31 now. You can retire in 30 years. It's a long time. The movie, the ending of this movie is the same. You might be able to find bits and pieces that you might have missed. Like I said in my video, in my live stream earlier this week or whenever. but the conclusion is the same. I think it's safe to say that not just Dak Prescott, but everybody on this team, I think this whole thing needs to be demolished. I'm just being honest. That's where we're at. I think CD is going to be a waste of talent. Williams is going to be a waste of talent. Pickens is going to be a waste of talent. Everybody that has a little bit, Williams, the running back, everybody that has a little bit of potential is going to be a waste of talent. I said in the I Think season, a phrase that I created. I said that it's going to be a while. Everybody get your popcorn ready. Everybody thought I was crazy. I said, we're not going to the playoffs this year. I was negative. I was a negative Cowboy. Nobody wanted to hear what I said. Nobody wanted to listen to what I said. And I don't mind being wrong. And hell, I don't even like to be right. I'm the only Cowboy fan that don't mind being wrong. The only one. And when I predicted what was going to happen, because I already saw how they were entering in the season, everybody else was getting ready in the I Think season, in the preseason, playing their starters, all that. We were set up for failure. We were still walking down the red carpet in the suits and the commercials and stuff during the preseason, while everybody else was getting ready. See, our focus is on other things. So Dak Prescott needs to go. Everybody, we just need to start from scratch. We need to build from the ground up, just like a new house, a new foundation. Everybody's saying, well, who's going to replace Dak? There's somebody out there. Somebody's going to replace Joe. There's somebody to replace Joe Montana. There was somebody to replace John Elway. There was somebody to replace Dan Marino. There was somebody to replace Troy Aikman. It's a circle of life, man. That's just what it is. I'm tired of who else is out there? There's somebody out there. You just have to have balls enough to go out there and look for them and draft. We're not going to be about shit no time soon anyway. So why not start from scratch? Just start from scratch, man. Start over. We have no shot, no chance. No chance. This season showed me nothing. They didn't show me any signs of life and competing in postseason play. Any signs on both sides of the ball. I'm talking about the offense too, because they didn't show up with going against facing good defenses. Denver, that Denver game, that's a tattoo. After that Denver game, I was done. I was like, oh, it's a wrap, because that was a playoff atmosphere right there. See, everybody's so thirsty for instant success. They just want to put it in a microwave. They just want to put it in a microwave and go ahead and quick. We got to win now, quick. But it takes time if you want your food cooked right, you can't have an electric stove. You got to have a gas one. It's going to taste a little different with that gas stove. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? It's going to taste a lot better than that gas. Because trust me, I had an electric stove for a while, got rid of that motherfucker, got a gas stove. Everything started coming out perfect. You get what I'm saying? So, but to make a long story short, which is probably too late, because I can't be on long. I don't want to talk long, take a lot of y'all's time. But it's a wrap. I think the Dallas Cowboys and the Cowboy Nation, and most importantly, because we're the ones that's delusional. I'm not saying y'all on this panel, but I'm just talking about the Cowboy fans in general. I sent Uncensored, I sent Fifth, I sent Corner, some of the other guys, Champs. I sent them a video on how the Cowboy fans, their opinion about this season. And it was pathetic. It was disgusting, and it was ridiculous. How they thought, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl next year. Oh man, we got a franchise quarterback. Oh, all we need is a couple of pieces. Say, man, that right there, man, that shows a lack of just lack of so much of knowledge of the game, what it takes. People just want to override everything and just instant success. It blows my mind. But things take time to gel. Things take time to get together and get the right ingredients and get the cake just right. But I think the last thing I'm gonna say is I think that they need to do a legitimate rebuild and just start over. I know Dak's coming back next year, and I know all that, the contract that they shouldn't have gave him that contract. They shouldn't have re-signed his sorry ass. Dak should have been gone a long time ago. See, you start a rebuild with the quarterback, technically, because he's the captain of the team, and he sets the tone for the offense and controls clock management and all of that. So you really supposed to do a rebuild with the quarterback. That's what we did back in the day. They started from scratch back then. That's why we won them Super Bowls. But see, they don't want to do that now because Jerry Jones wants to hold on to those thirsty-ass Cowboy fans that run through them raggedy-ass, stinking-ass, foggy-ass glass doors when they open them. And he holding on to them because they spending money. And we're good. We won those 3 games in a row. I broke that down, man. Them 3 games wasn't shit, dog. Whoever had confidence in those 3 games, God bless you. And they almost had me too. I'm not going to even, I'd admit it. They almost had me too. But I knew deep down that it wasn't going to be about anything. But that's what I feel, man. I think we just need to start from scratch. And everybody that's left over, everybody that's here now, wasted talent. Wasted talent. And that's it.
Man.
I got to talk. Respectively speaking. Now, Junkie, I need your word. Well, I know your word means absolutely nothing. But when I jump in your chat, are your monitors gonna block me or no?
Bro, have anybody ever jumped in my chat and got blocked, bro? I have never blocked one person, bro. In my entire
your moderators do. Your moderators do. When I jump in your chat, will your moderators? You're drunk right now, bro.
Bro, I gotta go to work in a minute. How I'm gonna be drunk?
Bro, you know what? Look up what a DRE is. 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 And I'm one. You're drunk right now.
Bro,
we have never done a live stream where you ain't drunk, bro.
Bro,
yes or no? When I jump in your chat, will your moderators block me?
Bro, this is guys. Come on, man.
Can I talk, bro? Let me not address Savage, bro. Let me address everybody in the world. Man. I have never
blocked OG, who was 70 years old.
I have never blocked, bro. I have never blocked, bro. I have never blocked nobody.
Okay, other guys have.
I've never blocked nobody.
Other people from here have been blocked on your
bro.
chat.
Fifth and them came to my other channel and
it's a simple yes or no answer.
What are we talking about?
What happened,
guys? This is not.
What happened was Chap got timed out, but Junkie was like, "Y'all don't do that. Don't time nobody out."
I've never done that, bro. Me and JB go back and forth. I've never done that.
So when I go there, no one's gonna ban me, right?
No, nobody's gonna ban you, Savage.
So Junkie, my last 2 questions is: somebody said, can you agree that we are in a rebuild?
No.
Oh, wait, one last. The 1265, the clock keeps going. Clock keeps going now. I tried being nice to you. You can't be nice to you. Look up what a DRE is, since you're so intelligent, man.
I don't even know what that is, bro.
So you don't think we're in a rebuild still?
No, not completely, no.
Okay.
Not when you got first round draft picks. You know what I'm saying? You could just go all draft basically on the defense side of the ball.
No, OG is not 70. No,
OG's not 70.
No.
I don't know. I think we need to. I would agree with a little bit what 80 said, but not just a complete rebuild like from the ground up. Nah, I don't agree with that. But if we was in cap hell and no draft picks, I would probably agree, bro. But we got all these first round draft picks. You can go draft high with some of the positions you need on the defense side of the ball. You know what I mean? So how is it a complete rebuild? Or maybe I don't know what complete rebuilds mean. What that mean? I think 80 said like just break up everything. I don't know.
Well, Corner, what's a rebuild on a semi-engine? What are you changing?
A rebuild on a semi? Well, it depends what's broke. You can do the bores, you could do the injectors, the head, you can do the underbearings, and you could basically everything coming in, everything going, or you know what? Fuck it. Instead of rebuilding that engine that has that head cracked and blown in it, put the reman in that bitch. Cowboys need a reman motor.
Okay, I like that. I like that. One more question. I'm going to let you go because I know you got to do your thing tonight. Going forward, Junkie, are you okay with two things, Schottenheimer and Eberflus?
Not Eber. Not him. No. Shotty, yeah, I think he did good for a first year head coach. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He made some mistakes, which we can expect. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think. I think Shotty, and I was against Shotty hire. You know, I made that known when it first happened. So
yeah,
I can't really blame him, bro. You know what I'm saying? The offense didn't get it done, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he called some of the plays he called I was against, but getting down to the red zone. But then a lot of times we got down to the red zone on a goal 1 yard line, 2 yard line. What happened? False start. You know what I'm saying? We going back. That happened in multiple games this year.
Yeah,
you know?
he passed a lot in the red zone.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So
I don't.
Yeah.
He made some mistakes. I ain't gonna say he didn't make no mistakes, bro. He made a lot of mistakes.
So you cool with bringing Shotty back?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, look, man,
he refused. No.
I appreciate you coming on. Our debt is settled. We good, brother. I salute you. Have a safe night, dog, and
all right.
Appreciate you, my dog.
I might tune in. I gotta go to work, but I might tune in. I might listen, man.
All right, brother.
All right, later.
Bless you, man. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Same to you, man. Everybody,
Take it easy.
Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Junkie. OG, what type of changes you want to see in the 2026 season, OG?
Man, I want them to I really want them to bring in a defensive coach from the playoffs. Somebody that's very aggressive. Watch the playoffs this year. See what they're doing, what team they got, and for them to really bring some attention to what are we missing on defense. Pass rush, linebacker, another good reliable corner, and safety position. We need 2 new safeties. Wilson needs to go, and Hooker needs to go. They're kind of washed up. They're here for collect their paychecks. We need to get Young in that position, and we need one more run stuffer too in the middle. Somebody that can bring some fire on this defense, man. That's very aggressive, and if we got to go into the 26 with weak ass Dak again, we have to give him no more excuses. To blame it on something, blame it on this, blame it on that. Don't give the ass no more excuses. And then once we see that as fans, when we start over on our defense, to match up with Williams and the pieces that we have now, and then we have to rally around the defense and say, look, that got to go. And the contract, if we can trade him out here by June 1st or bring him in, he can ride the bench as a backup. If we don't, we got to bring somebody in to get rid of him. I mean, we got to start somewhere, and we got to do it soon. And they're just my thoughts, because we're going to be talking about the same thing now at the same time next year if nothing don't change on offense. There's somebody out there. So that's how I feel about that. And I'm going to drop the mic on that, and that's how I feel. We got to be aggressive this year. And then to get out their ass, Jerry needs to get off his ass. Stop playing around. Jerry needs to fucking go at GM because it's not working out. You see it right now. And it's been 30 years and waiting. Look, I'm not getting no motherfucking younger. I'm getting older. I'm pushing 60 almost. I'm getting up there. And bringing somebody that can bring in and McClay, he got to go too. It ain't working with him. I thought he was decent, but it's getting horrible. Our draft picks are not working out. And I front office need to get better, man. And they need to clean up the penalty game for sure. Sky needs to be on a tight leash. Bring an offensive coordinator that can help him call plays, recognize and diagnose, because it ain't working. Penalties killed us this year again. Like I said, last year, the year before, in the Mike McCarthy area. Clean that up, get better, and we need to stop giving the attention and stop. They need to figure out if they're going to stay in Oxnard or stay in Dallas, which I watch them stay in Dallas, stay in that fucking stadium, playing there and practicing there all year long and show us something. This traveling and shit back and forth and continue to fucking kill this team. It don't make no sense. And stay out the fucking social media. Everybody's recording of the fucking practices, and they fooling us with these highlights and clips, bullshit. They got me real good this year. But It was a fool games. Stay off the fucking social media. Stop fooling us. Stop making yourself a target. It's distractions. You can win. No playoff game, which you're not at this year, and not looking forward to next year with distractions. No playoff, nothing. It's a complete disaster in 25. So we need a better 26 and 27 once Dak is gone, and that's how I feel. Dropping the mic. Love you.
All right. Corner, man. What you've spoken about it before in detail, but what's your full season review for Shotty? You know what he's done this year with first year head coach for the team.
It was a roller coaster for sure. Going into it, I was excited for Schottenheimer just with the things they was doing outside of the Greek dancing with the quarterbacks. But for the most part, he has done good things. He slows down practice. He disciplines his players. He's trying to build something. This was his first year, right? I don't know the expectation. I know my expectation was going in originally was 12-5, right? Then I said 9-7 or whatever it was. But overall for the year, dude, Schottenheimer for me gets like a C- because he got full of himself on the offensive side of the ball way too many times. He put his foot in his mouth when he said you're going to see noticeable changes on the defense side of the ball. And then Detroit went in there and smacked the shit out of us. So you can't write checks that your mouth can't cash. Mike McCarthy did that, and it turned me off immediately on Mike McCarthy. And so Schottenheimer, he can't do that. He had a game plan going in. He got Javonte Williams. He got Tyler Booker. He was running the ball. He got too cute with Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders shouldn't have been our backup quarterback, our backup running back as long as he was. Jadon Blue should have got more touches so you knew who he was going into it, right? I want to see Phil Maffa against these Giants. We have to know what we have in that and for next year. But for the offense side of the ball, I like how George Pickens wasn't a one-trick pony that we thought he was going to be. It was he ran his slats, he ran his deep ball, he ran his crosses, he ran his post. George Pickens had a lot of route trees that we didn't see with Pittsburgh, and that showed, right? I mean, what is he, third in receiving yards, first-time Pro Bowler? So Schottenheimer can open up an offense for a guy like George Pickens, which is good because you can get some prototypical wide receivers who might just be 50-50 jump ball guys and put them in the best situation to move an offense. And that's with Dak Prescott at helm. CeeDee Lamb 1,000 yards, even missing games, right? So Schottenheimer knows how to run the offense and do it, but he has to do it consistently. He can't get full of himself. And one of the red flags was in the preseason game or in the preseason practice, he ran a fly route and it worked. And then in the press conference, he said, well, I got hot-headed, I got mad, and I called a play. I shouldn't have done it. That moved into some of the regular season stuff where he just got too cute and too stupid, like the third and 9 screen against the Kansas City Chiefs. Ridiculous, right? But overall, it's a C- for me. He should have just said, Jerry, either I go or Eberflus goes. But by the bye week, he should. I mean, he needs to grow a pair of balls. If they're having these meetings, and Jerry and Steven and all these execs and the coaching staff is in this room, Eberflus should have been fired by Schottenheimer, and Jerry should have backed his ass if Schottenheimer had balls.
Wow, I like that. I like that. 80. What's your first year head coach thoughts on Schottenheimer?
I don't think I have one. I think we'll never have a real coach in here. We'll never have a real coach in here. So I think we kind of have to gravitate towards the ability of the players. I remember when Jason Garrett was here and we had all that talent. We had all that talent and the players. What I always say, Fib, the players have to find a way to outplay the coaching staff because we'll never have another Jimmy Johnson, another Parcells, another, dominant, high-powered head coach. It'll always be a yes man. I felt like Shotty was a yes man, and he did the best he could in his first year. I'm not going to give him a grade because it was his first year, and I don't classify him as a real head coach yet. I don't classify him as being like a tone setter like Jimmy Johnson was, or a coach of that caliber. So I think the Dallas Cowboys, that's why I keep saying rebuild. They got to get the right talent in here to outplay the coaching staff, because Jerry's ego, I think we forget about his ego when we're talking about coaches and giving grades and all that stuff. Jerry's ego is too masculine to have a Parcells in here, or to have a real legitimate head coach in here. So he'll find somebody, he'll hire within and move somebody up, and somebody like that, which is sometimes the process, But I feel that we need to get talent in here, talent. That's what Jimmy Johnson was all about. Even though Jimmy Johnson was a mastermind, one of the greatest football minds of all time. He was always focused on talent. We got to get talented guys. That was their motto when he first got control of the head coaching job in Dallas, bringing talent. He said, hell, I had more talent in Miami than I had when we first acquired the Cowboys, So I think talent goes a long way. And I think we saw lack of it this season. We're not talented enough. You gotta be talented to win games. Of course, you need the right coaching to call the right plays, and defensive coordinator, all that stuff kind of goes with it, but they're not out there playing. We got to get some guys in here that know what to do. When the teacher put the problem on the board and asked you to walk up to that board and solve it in front of your friends, in front of your classmates, you got to be able to figure out how to do it. Or you're going to embarrass yourself up there. You're just going to be standing there. I was one of those kids that was just fucking standing there like, what the hell? How the hell do I do this? Until I start practicing more and more and more, and I got good at it. I'm like, oh, okay, let me solve this problem. You ain't gonna embarrass me. So let me get out here on this field and do what I'm supposed to do and shut everybody up and make some plays on either side of the ball. I think it's talent. They got to figure out how to draft talent, and it starts. Here we go again. It starts with the quarterback. And as long as he's in that. He sets that tone. You could have Jerry Rice. On one side, Michael Irvin on the other, and have two dominant receiver, or Randy Moss or whomever, Megatron. But if you got Dak Prescott that's scared when he see two high safeties, how you gonna get him the ball? You get what I'm saying? We're not taking advantage of the talent that we have because of one player. Who has to go?
Wow. Cowboys champ, what up, my dog?
What's up, y'all?
My dog, there, boy. Champ, man.
Look at Champ.
What needs to change on this defense, Champ?
First of all, they need to stop changing defensive schemes. That's for one. Because I'm going back 8 years. We had Marinelli, had a hybrid of Marinelli, and then Chris Richard. Then we had Mike Nolan for 1 year, Dan Quinn, Zimmer, Eberflus. All these different schemes. The problem is, like you said, we have the idiot GM who has a very fragile ego. He will not hire a head coach, nor will he let a head coach outshine him for discipline the players. Make the players have accountability. Now, my thing is with Shotty, he's here. I'm like, he's here. Let him do it his way. Jerry needs to, I know it sounds like a broken record, but Jerry and Steven need to step back. Let your people who you hire, let them do the job without you trying to micromanage everything. And then and one thing with Shotty, he do need to grab a pair of balls for somebody and try to stand up for himself. When the players, like when the offensive linemen, when their offensive scheme is not running right, call them out. Matter of fact, also with the coaching staff, offensive line coach, running back coach, wide receiver coach, the fifth coordinator, call them out. A lot of times you call them out in private and leave your dirty laundry out of the social media and the media. But the Cowboys, they don't do it like that. It's all about drama on the media so they can get the ratings. And until that is fixed, we're going to be down that sunken hole and can't get out.
Okay. Dennis Savage, question. What can you compare what we're going through with this organization, these players, to any years from the past where we had talent but we just couldn't win?
I can't. No, I can't compare this at all. I can't. The only way this is going to change is when Jerry dies. Two things have to happen. Jerry has to die, and listen, we're all going to die someday. We're all going to take our last breath. But Jerry, he's probably going to live another 20 years. He's probably cloned himself. He has to die, and this fan base. Those are the two reasons. This team can go 0-17 for the next 3 years. That stadium will still be filled. It's an attraction. It's a joke. It is a joke. Like Champ says, how do you draft when you have 5 defensive coordinators in a row? How do you build a team when every year you go out and get 30 free agents on a 1-year deal? It's a joke. Dak is horrendous. I said it before. He has the meat sweats. He's in a controlled environment. There's no other player on his team dripping in sweat before the game in a dome. His face, his arms, he's dripping in sweat. He falls apart under pressure. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Happens to boxers, happens to guys in foxholes, happens to MMA. It happens in all walks of life. He falls apart under pressure. Do I like the guy? Listen, I can't blame him for getting, if someone wanted to give me $500 million, give it to me. But you see, Jerry is smart. The fan base wanted this contract. What the fan base wants, Jerry gives it. And he says, I did what you wanted me to do. So until he croaks and until maybe one of the Joneses, maybe Charlotte, maybe someone takes a step back, it's his ego. I said this a million times. Jerry would coach this team if the NFL allowed it. He's a psychopath. It's like when a serial killer. When a person's a serial killer and a crazy people, do they think they know it? I'm sure if you talk to Jeffrey Dahmer, he thought he was the most perfectly normal person in the world. That's what Jerry is. Jerry Jones is the reason why lie detectors are not used in court, because liars believe their own lies. And I blame it on Jerry, and then I blame it on our fan base. OG said it the best the other day, $9 for a bottle of water. That's airport prices. Yet they're banging on the door to get in. You don't think the Joneses, honestly, around the holidays, when they're sitting around their mile-long table, you honestly don't think they laugh their asses off at this fan base? Because they've done jack shit, and the team's worth more than $12 billion. So why should he change? It's like having a restaurant, you're feeding the people dog shit, but yet there's 6-block-long line to get in. It's never, ever going to change until the fan base changes. And, and I got to fear Steven's going to be worse if it's Steven. They're never going to step back and let somebody else take the reins, because Super Bowls don't matter in Dallas. Money does. Simple as that.
Okay. Cool Cowboy, you there?
Yep.
How you feel about pushing the button and going ahead and drafting a quarterback next year, even though they say it's not many in the draft? Would you go ahead and do that? And if so, why? And if not, why?
If you believe that there is the right prospect, then do it. If not, then don't do it. In my opinion, though, this quarterback class ain't really that good next year. But what do I know? I'm not a scout. So if you can find somebody that you think will be your next franchise quarterback, you draft them and you sit him a year behind Dak, and then you cut Dak next year and you let him take the reins. But even if we do get a quarterback, that's not going to solve all of our issues, man. I mean, this coaching staff is an absolute joke, bro. It is an absolute joke. I mean, the fact that Schottenheimer waited until the Minnesota game to finally call out Eberflus. He should have been calling him out since the Week 3 game against Chicago. He just let him do all this shit. Man, it's ridiculous, man. Like, as the head coach, you got to be accountable for your whole staff. So when the defense fucks up, you got to go over there and make some changes. He said he did, and he did. Look what happened. The defense stayed shit the whole year, man. So, I mean, as for your question, I would like to get a new quarterback, but only if it's the right guy. Don't draft one just to draft one. If you think he's going to be the guy, though, draft him and develop him, man. Because like you said, we would rather be losing with a young guy than winning with a vet.
Yeah, I'd rather lose with a guy that's learned than a guy that's been here that long and still not getting it done. Uncensored, man, they've been on us about this, especially you. How would you feel about the Cowboys if they decided not to franchise Pickens and let him go and say we'll figure it out?
I wouldn't give a shit. Pickens isn't the answer to fix the offense. This team finished. I feel like this team overall is worse this year than it was last year. At least last year you had excuses. As far as Pickens, I'm timid about paying Pickens because Pickens quit for 2 straight games. And people make excuses that Dak wasn't looking his way and blanket coverage and all of that. That's the attention that star players get. And if you're going to be a star, you're going to get blanket coverage. And if you're just going to quit when the ball isn't coming your way, you don't want to run clear out routes for anybody else. You don't want to run block for nobody. You just disappear for 2 games. I can't commit to that. Now, if you want to franchise tag him and see if you can get his head right over the next year and see if you see what you saw for a couple of weeks this year, then I'm all for that. But if they said they moved on from him, I wouldn't give a damn. Put Ryan Flournoy at number 2, draft you a young wide receiver at number 3, and see if you can develop somebody. Because in 2 years, you're going to have to make a decision on CD Lamb. His contract's going to be up in 2 years. Or at least he's going to be at the table looking to get something. So you gotta put the number 3 slot that guy is supposed to be getting drafted every couple of years to take number 1. You gotta move on, man. The Rams cut Cooper Kupp. That's like cutting CeeDee Lamb. This fan base would lose their shit if they decided to cut CeeDee Lamb right now. Because the Rams understood that you don't need 2 number 1s to be successful. You can have Cooper Kupp and put a decent guy at number 2. If you got you gotta be able to put somebody, you gotta be able to continuously get younger at positions. And Puka will be there for a couple years. And then they'll probably draft another young guy. He'll play next to him for a year or 2, and then they'll send Puka Nacua off. That's how you transition nonstop. You draft your running back when you see your other running back his legs are starting to go. You get a year or 2 behind him, and then you send the old guy off the pasture, and you elevate the new guy. Cowboy fans get infatuated with the names. They don't want to let them go. They collect Cowboy players like trinkets. They want to hold on to every single player. But yeah, you just let Pickens go. I don't care. I had the argument with Junkie, like 1 year Pickens over 3 years with Devontae. I would have took 3 years with Devontae. Me personally.
Okay. Before we go, Corner, how you feel about that? Would you go ahead and push the button even where we at financially in the cap? Would you give Pickens the contract he's looking for?
No, Uncensored talked me into it a few weeks ago. The way he gave up, that's scary to me. CeeDee Lamb is getting a little injury prone. And so I would rather use those resources, get me a guy in free agency, draft me a guy. But they haven't been drafting shit, though. Can Ryan Flournoy, step into that role? I hope. I had high hopes in Flournoy, then he kind of dipped down. Now he's kind of resurrecting it. But no, I'm timid, very timid to pay George Pickens. Now he'll get that bag. I just hope it's not on this team.
I agree.
Real quick,
Okay.
so the Rams, they have a top 5 pick and their pick because they have Atlanta's first round pick. Think about that, man. That's scary. Rams play chess, we play checkers, man. And also with the Pickens, I got rocks thrown at me when I said he'll blow up, then he'll take 3 games off. I got rocks thrown at me when I said he runs lazy routes. I got rocks thrown at me when I said he doesn't run block.
Yeah,
and he's in a contract here.
And I forget whose show I was on with Corner, but we were talking about this. And you got real Pickens pulled that bullshit in a contract year.
Yeah.
What Pickens are you gonna get when he has $100 million guaranteed dollars? That's scary.
I just didn't like his response to Shotty when Shotty talked to him. He was like, "Shotty, we all play bad. Like, come on, bro."
That is the same category. What was the safety that said you can't play hard every play? And DeMarcus Lawrence saying we tired. And all of these excuses people come up with. Xavier Woods.
Yes, I remember that.
All of these players that make excuses for bad play.
Let me ask you this. Did they call out Dak for his bad play this year like they call out Pickens?
Oh, no. They're not calling out to go.
Okay, point fucking blank. So the ball's in the court on that one, man.
Hey, but you know what? I'm kind of with Corner on Shotty with a C+, but I've lowered it to a D- over these because he needs to take ownership of his team, and I don't care what goal Dak Prescott has, he should have set Dak Prescott and put Milton in it so he can get some actual game time, and he started evaluating players. You're trying to win football games at the pointless end of the season. You're not evaluating this team as a head coach. Fuck Dak Prescott's personal goals. It's about the team.
Right.
But I see that point too, but I think it's good because Terrence Steele is still playing bad. So that's reassurance that Terrence Steele is probably gone, right? Would Terrence still be playing if Joe Milton was there? No, it'd probably be a backup tackle. So I think it's the team what's out there versus just sticking with Dak, because you get to look at a whole thing versus Dak out, and then you just go throw everybody second string in.
So pull Terrence Steele and see if the guy behind him can block for Dak. Like if
there's anybody out there, Cornelius is hurt.
But there's no player evaluation. There's no player evaluation going on over the last 2 games. Is basically what I'm saying.
But I don't think you got any depth back there to evaluate anything.
And that's even bigger. If you saying that you don't believe anybody in the backup role can be a starter in the future on this team, then you got this team is fucked for the next decade. Dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, the defensive scheme, no, they're fucked over there. I mean, tell me what wide receiver do you want to see outside of George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Ryan Flournoy, and Kevontae Turpin? Jalen Tolbert.
Put Mingo and Tolbert out there as number 1 and 2, and just let them fucking run into their heart fucking burst.
We know they're trash.
You know you can't. You know what Pickens is. You know what CD is. I would probably move Flournoy over to number 1. Turpin never need to run another route unless it's a go route, and then I would put Tolbert and Mingo out there and see what you got, because you got to make decisions in the offseason on what you're going to do with these guys. And you can't evaluate Pinewood. They're sitting on the bench.
Let me ask you this. If we put another quarter, just say if Dak breaks his leg tomorrow.
What the fuck?
If he breaks his leg this week, they talking about he may play, which is the dumbest shit ever seen. even if he breaks his leg in the beginning next year, and if we drop the quarterback or we keep if we keep that boy that you like, I think this offense would be that much better. He had good numbers with weak ass Dak, even at the quarterback position. If we
Joe Milton?
Joe Milton. But if we don't Milton, but if you draft a quarterback, a guy that can run, that can throw, make better decisions than that, get the ball where it needs to be, I think their numbers would be explosive if we had somebody in there that can run this offense and throw the ball better than
Milton
that.
ain't it.
And run my Mississippi bootleg play action pass all day on their ass. We got to get some continuity on this offense, get this offense moving. It's going to stay stagnant with him. If we could do that, even if we bring Pickens back, I think we'll make it to the playoffs. But if with that, same thing as this year.
You're forgetting the defense, though, OG. You can't say that and not exclude the defense.
You gotta fix
OG,
this
lay off
defense,
the
man.
moonshine real quick.
Hey, the moonshine, I ain't had it in a while. Hey, it's right now. It's iced tea with ginger.
Tell him, OG. Tell him.
That's what it is, bro. OG.
That's how you get that. That's how you get that body you put on camera.
Cutting back on the sugar, but that's how it needs to be, man. We need to change.
I got one last question. Let me read this super chat. Appreciate you, Mike. He said I had a shot at a B, but now it's like a flat C. 80, one last question, man, before we get out of here. Are our cornerbacks are just what could have been?
Say it again. Our cornerbacks.
Our Lance and Diggs are just a what could have been.
Yeah, I think that they're scheme cornerbacks. They're scheme guys. They can't adjust to a new scheme, a new defensive coordinator scheme. They're stuck in what's his name? Washington. The guy that used to be here. Yeah, Dan Quinn. I'm sorry. They're stuck in Quinn's scheme. They were comfortable with that. It's a wrap. They just don't have it, man. A real secondary guy really doesn't need a scheme. The only people that really follow scheme is the front seven. They're the only ones, unless you're Lawrence Taylor. They're the only ones that basically kind of follow scheme almost 100%. Safeties, cornerbacks, they really, if you're a good cornerback, I've seen a cornerback. I don't even have to say his name. I've seen a cornerback not even go to the huddle. They're not even go to the huddle. So a scheme can only, if you're good, if you can read defenses, if you just have that ability to play man coverage, to do exactly what you need to do, as well as what you want to do, you can make something happen on that defense. There's nobody else in history besides Prime, maybe Rod Woodson, that were able to kind of not be a scheme guy. If you're a scheme guy 100% at the cornerback position, you're in trouble because you just don't know. You don't have a feel for the position at all. I think defense is feeling. It's a feel. It's knowing where to be at the right time. A coach can only tell you so much. If I'm teaching you how to drive, one day I got to get in that passenger seat. I can't drive for you. You got to figure it out. You have to get hands-on and figure out how to read defenses. And because when they hike the ball, when the offense hikes the ball and they're getting ready to line up, it's your job to start using your eyes, using your antennas to try to figure out how they're lining up and what coverage you need to run. They're going to call a play, but if you got twins on one side or trips on one side, and that's when it changes. That's when you have to mentally audible and figure out what you need to do and where you need to be. Cornerbacks, you're on an island on your own, so you really have to be responsible for yourself. There's certain coverages, like you got man, you got cover 0, cover 1, and the rest is pretty much zone, straight back, cloud coverage, cover 2, seam to flats, and etc. So you got your safeties that have to be over the top, things like that. Safeties have a more responsibility in following the scheme. Okay. But you had guys like Ronnie Lott and Steve Atwater, man, and they wanted to play in the box, and Darren Woodson, they wanted to play in the box all the time, so because they were aggressive. So it's a rhythm thing, everybody working together, everybody having their responsibilities. If you can shut down one side of the field and you're a good cover corner, that means your defense, it's a domino effect. Front four, first line of defense, linebacker, second line of defense, secondary, third line, final of the defense. So it's just that time is up, man. It's time to move on. Obviously, Bland is still young. He just doesn't have that man coverage ability, and I think that's what you need. You gotta have it. You gotta have it, man. You just gotta have it, and he lost it. Bland is a nickel DB guy. He's not an outside corner guy. He's not. He's a guy in the nickel dime coverages. Cover three. Dan Quinn, boom, he's already back there. Zone, straight back pedal. Keep your eyes on the inside. Keep your eyes on the quarterback. Quarterback throws the ball. He makes a break on it. Pick six. That's how he got his interceptions in cover three that year when he led the league in pick sixes. So, but as far as man up, I'm in your face. I'm about to jam you first 5 yards. It's a fight. After that, I'm using my peripheral vision. I'm staying with you just enough so the quarterback can throw the ball. And if he throws it, that's my ball. I'm looking back. I'm making a play on the ball. That's not Bland. That's not even Diggs anymore. Both of them are scheme cover three cornerbacks. That's what they were comfortable with because you don't have to do a lot of work. Straight back pedal. There's no man involved. They're not man cover cornerbacks. That's why they struggle. They're scheme cornerbacks. They're not ability cornerbacks.
Damn. Wow. Last one for you, champ. First round, man. What would you do? What would you do with your picks, champ?
Defensive line, linebacker, or safety. All depends on who's there when they pick.
Corner, you think Malik Hook on this team next year?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Oh my God! Are we corner? Do you think we bring Kenny Clark back?
I think they'll rework a deal. Yes.
Okay. Savage, you had an issue. You said our front is full of three techs.
Yeah, Clark, Williams, and Osa. They're three techs. We need a 6'6", 350-pound guy in the middle. We could have had him. Round 3. He's going to be on the all-rookie team. Deone Walker out of Kentucky. All 6'7", 350 pounds of him. And he went round 4 to the Buffalo Bills. But no, we took a corner with a blown-out knee. There's plenty of giant one-techs in this draft. And I'm talking about kids that are 6'6", 6'7", 350 pounds. And now, perfect example, we have $100 million invested in 3 techs. The Detroit Lions, who got destroyed the other night, ran on us 4 touchdowns, I believe, with 2 rookie guards. We didn't
go 5-man front.
Listen, okay, perfect example. Free agency came. You have Osa, who's a piece of shit. Then you had Milton Williams, who's a free agent from the Philadelphia Eagles. The Patriots signed him, and he's all pro. He's going to be an all pro this year. He has about 9 sacks. Check out his stats versus Osa, and then check out what they got paid. But no, we could have got rid of Osa, and no one would have paid him. Nobody was paying the money that we paid Osa. Yet we could have took Milton Williams, made a division team weaker, but no, we didn't. Mike Vrabel did. That's why Mike Vrabel is going to be in the AFC Championship game, and that's why we're not. We all know Dallas overpays their own players, yet we never overpay anyone else's players because that goes down back to Jerry never admitting a mistake. Osa's best year was probably his rookie year. He played like 25 games. He played every preseason game and every game into the playoffs. I felt bad for him actually at one point. I thought he was going to turn into something, but he didn't. And then what? He got paid. His big chain weighed him down, and he did jack shit this year. He did nothing, man. He's not a big dude. He's like 6'2". He ain't no two. Well, he came into the league at like 6'2", 275, high 270s. He was a wrestler, so I had high hopes for him. But he played better earlier in his career. But then Jerry, everybody I pay gets hurt or doesn't perform up to their contract. We could have had Milton Williams, but he's in the Patriots. So anyone just check out his stats versus Osa stats. What's wrong with a 6'7", 360-pound guy in the middle to give those other guys a rest? What's wrong with a 6'6", 280-pound edge? Our fan base is, I don't know what the deal is. Our fan base loves edges that are 6'2", 240 pounds. Everyone's going crazy over Cassius Howell from Texas A&M. He could have came out 2 years ago. He has 60 games underneath him already. He has 30-inch arms. Look what Miami did to him. Francis Muaga, my right tackle one, and then Marquise Bell, all 6'9", 360 of them. He did jack shit. But then our fan base goes, oh, Bailey. Because all they don't know is Bailey. And Texas Tech sucks, man. Their defense is horrendous. Lee Hunter, though, is really, really good. But he's from UCF. I had him last year. And I was going to spring him on everybody. He jumped in the transfer portal and went to Texas Tech. What's our fan base? There's a kid, Anthony Smith, out there from Minnesota. He's an edge who you can throw him inside on passing downs. He's 6'6", 285. He has a six-pack. He looks like ridiculous, bro. And he had like 2 sacks today. And I'm shocked that he was even playing in a meaningless bowl game. Yet, oh no. Everyone knows David Bailey from Texas Tech. That's it. That's all the fan base knows. And then they're afraid of big guys. Listen, I hated Tank Lawrence on his team because we paid him $150 million to stop the run. But we loved when we had a bigger edge out there who couldn't get to the quarterback but set the edge and stop the run. But now the fan base all wants 6'2", 240-pound edges. I don't have if he wants to be a third down pass rusher, I don't have a problem with that. But a 6'2", 240-pound edge, he's not a 3-down lineman. And with everyone running the 4-2-5, your monsters up front, in my world, which means absolutely nothing, they have to be 3-down players.
Okay. Corner, how you feel about they saying we got all our defensive tackles are 3 techs?
I mean, I think Kenny Clark made a living in Green Bay playing the 0. Yeah. So if you can figure out how to work him at the 0, Quentin Williams, yeah, I mean, he is a 3 tech. Osa, definitely a 3 tech. But like I agree with Savage. You got to get a big boy in there, and you have to get a competent defensive coordinator in here that knows and understands that Kenny Clark can play 0, and that it's okay to get a real true 1 tech. It's okay, and you can work magic with a 0 and a 1 tech. That guard and that center is going to be pointing and looking goofy with Tweety Bird over their damn head because they ain't going to know what to do when Kenny Clark and that future 6'6", 280 guy is in there wrecking havoc.
Okay.
And there's a load of them. There's a load of big ass. But the fear is, though, they're not going to be there start of the 4th round because we have no round 2, round 3s. Hopefully,
cool Cowboy. Any linebackers in this draft?
Oh, hell yeah, man. There's a lot of good linebackers, man. So round 1, man, I would take either C.J. Allen out of Georgia or Sonny Styles at Ohio State, but I prefer C.J. Allen, man, because Georgia has a history of proving that they can develop good linebackers for the NFL. Also, a lot of people are talking about what's his name, Rodriguez out of Texas Tech. I'm a bit lower on him, but he's still a good day free option if you can get him. And what else? The other Ohio State linebacker ain't gonna be there for you, so don't even bother with him. I also like the Texas linebacker, man. What's his name?
Anthony Smith.
Yeah, Anthony Hill. Anthony Hill. Yeah, I would honestly, if you get wiped out at any position, just trade back and get Anthony Hill, in my opinion. I mean, I'm biased. I'm a Texas fan, but he's the tone setter on that defense, man. I like him a lot, man. He reminds me of a smaller, but instinctively he reminds me of Roquan Smith, man. So there's a lot of good linebackers, though. I'm sure there's 1,000 other guys that I didn't mention that you can ask Savage about, but this is a very good linebacker class.
Very good.
The Cowboys still fuck it up.
Yeah, they will.
Oh yeah, they'll still fuck it up. Yeah, you're right.
100% they can fuck it up.
Cowboys, this all y'all. I'm going with corner first. Corner, Eberflus. Is he coming back next year?
I'm gonna say it again. It all depends on what Jerry wants to do. If Jerry is intimidated about losing guys like Aaron Whitecotton, who is coordinating on the field as Eberflus is getting shunned up there in the skybox, and there's always stipulations with Jerry. Eberflus is going to get canned if whoever they're interviewing agrees to keep Aaron Whitecotton. For some reason, that is Jerry's Kellen Moore right now, and if that can't happen, there's a chance. I'm not saying I want him. There's a chance Eberflus could be here. It all depends on if Jerry has that Kellen Moore only stroke the tip mentality when it comes to Aaron Whitecotton.
Sense, you think Eberflus comes back?
I do think he's going to be back, unfortunately.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't know why I had a feeling that they feel like he didn't get a fair shot for some reason. I don't know why. I just got a feeling that that's how Jerry. That's how Jerry looks at it. I don't know why. I just got a gut feeling that we're going to have a pretty similar season next year.
God damn.
I mean, we got players on defense that are not football players, man. and they running around just getting cardio, and
it's insane, dude. How bad it is.
Some of it is coaching, but I guarantee you when they go in there and break. I don't know if y'all watched on the last game, Malik Hooker and Trayvon Diggs in week 17 of a football game were sitting there arguing with each other on the field before the play snapped because they didn't know what their assignments was. Trayvon Diggs sitting there with his hands, and the play was a run play. They run up. Trayvon Diggs and Malik Hooker had nothing to do with the play. As soon as the play is over, they turn around and start arguing again in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I think that's Trayvon Diggs, though. I think that's the cancer.
I think it was more Trayvon Diggs than Hooker, but still, like y'all can't 17 weeks of this shit. Y'all ain't got it together. And that's why they let the third quarterback on the team put up so many points on them. And at some point in time, you can blame the coach all you want, but these players out there don't know what the hell they're doing. Kenneth Murray Jr. is not a real football player. He's not.
Who?
Kenneth Murray Jr. is not a football player, man.
That dude's horrible.
Did you see the clip I sent you in the chat?
Smith on one leg is better than him.
But that shows you.
Dude, Bobby Carpenter is better than him, bro.
They were crazy high on him the year he came out in the draft. That's
Chargers got him.
Everyone we trade for, it shows we were crazy high on him.
That just shows you how shitty McClay is, man. That just shows you, man. That's why I'm not excited for this draft, bro. You have 2 first-round picks, but if you have McClay, he's gonna fuck it up.
Yo, Kenneth Murray turned from a linebacker to an edge rusher in the middle of a play, and he ran right up the gap he was supposed to fill for a touchdown. Like he is not a serious football player, man.
And Logan Wilson didn't play a down last week against the Commanders.
But all around circus, I think Eberflus will be back next year.
I'm gonna agree with blogging. I think he's gone. OG, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What up?
Would you give up a first round pick for the Raiders defensive end Max Crosby?
Hell no.
What?
Hell no.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, if I may.
Wait, hold on.
Max Crosby left the Raiders facility.
I think he was talking to me. Hold on.
Max Crosby left the Raiders facility, so there could be you could possibly get Max Crosby in free agency. You could possibly get him in free agency.
Talk to me. Straighten your head out when you talk to me. You don't cock it sideways when you talk to me, okay? Now, we need to focus on younger talent at the linebacker core, defensive end core, and the secondary. That's all I give a shit about. We don't need some washed up. I know he's a decent person for the Raiders. He did great things down there. He's a model citizen. He did that and did that. He showed great numbers. Stay younger on the defensive side of the ball. Stay younger. Get Williams some help around Williams. Get some help around both of the Williams boys. That's if the other Williams boys come back. Get some more talent around Clark. Get and Overshown going to come back healthy. Get a linebacker in here that compete with Overshown. You might want to drop 2 linebackers in here and start there. Just start there. Sort this run game. And we got to sort the middle of the field when they run the ball. We got to create some pressure in there. We need a milk seeking linebacker. We need somebody that can go get the quarterback when necessary, cover in the flats, and come up and tackle. And I'm not talking about. I'm talking about wrap up and tackle. I'm talking about no weak ass shoulder bullshit we see from all these guys. We need a coach to come in that can coach these guys how to tackle, wrap up, and stay physical with the point of attack. Now you see there at Chicago, all the playoff teams, watch how physical they are in the playoffs. We need somebody to come in here. That's why I want a playoff coach come in and coach his team, start all over, and build. Get their secondary together. Get these safeties that come up in the hit, cover, turn their head around when the ball's in the air. When the ball's in the air, holler out and scream, ball's in the air. Let the whole defensive know they got to talk in communication. If we don't fix that, look, we ain't going to be good. We got to fix the small little things. That's what we need to do.
Whoa.
Okay.
What was the question for him?
I asked him, would he give him a first round for Max Crosby?
What the hell was he talking about?
I would absolutely
That's
do
why
it.
I would not give up nothing for Crosby. I couldn't do it, and I don't want to see it. We need a guy that can grow in here and learn the system and get better. We don't want old washed-up players come in here.
Washed-up players is crazy, man.
You think Max Crosby is washed up?
We don't need that.
That's an insane take, OG.
We don't need guys that come in here and eat up money and take away from the cap so we continue to build. That's what these guys have done in years. And that's why this sucks as of today.
Max Crosby and Quentin Williams on the same line, bro.
No,
hold on, time out. They just said take us to cap.
We can find us a Max Crosby in the draft. We can find us a 6'7", 287 pound, 300 pound defense.
Yo, you tripping, bro. Max Crosby is not in this draft.
18, 19, 20 years old and come in here and cause some havoc on the line.
28.
I'm talking about we need a young guy to come in here that can give us something for a few years. That's what we don't need.
They're not gonna be Max Crosby.
Hurt quickly. We don't know how many years he got. Got a lot of baggage. We need a lot of baggage. Stay young, stay focused. And that's how OG feels. And I'm out. Yeah, good night.
I appreciate
That's the craziest take of the show.
Yeah, no,
we have Junkie.
The dumbest take.
That is the worst take of the show, man. You ain't gonna find a Max Crosby on a tree.
If you don't like it, you can kiss my you don't like it. Hey, I'm gonna tell you my opinion. Hey, it is what it is.
Right, OG. I have nothing against that, man. I'm not knocking it, OG. It's a time for a new punt returner, 80.
You out of all the people on this panel, you get this question to me. It might be. Yeah, I think it is. I think Turpin is I think his time is up. I don't know, man. This special teams has been pretty bad this season. Yeah, I would move on. he just don't have that vision, man. He just lacked the vision.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was the blocking that gave him that vision. A lot of times it's the blocking and the placement of secondary. Secondary is really funny. I mean, not secondary. Special teams is really funny. I mean, I play special teams, punt return and kick return. Both of them are the same but different. Yeah, punt return is a little bit more. Well, now the rules are so different with kick return. You know, it's just. But anyway, yeah, I would. Yeah, I think it's time to move on from Turpin. I just think he's undersized. He just don't have that vision, man. And you need vision. You really need vision at punt return and timing and being able to follow the right block, not run into your guys or trip over your own feet. You know, he's making like fundamental mistakes out there at punt return. So him and Dak had a pretty good connection and long pass for a touchdown. That was pretty good. That was about the only thing he did in a while. I don't know. That's a tough one. I think it may be time to move on from him.
Warner, are you worried about Aubrey?
I was waiting for that one.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we've seen this. We've seen this episode before with
That's the question I needed.
With Greg the Leg. We've seen this.
Maher.
Dan Bailey.
And see, we seen this with Aubrey. What was it?
Chris Bonio.
Who missed all those extra points in the playoff game against the Bucks? Was that Aubrey?
No, that was Maher. That was Maher.
Maher. He missed nine straight extra points.
Oh, yeah. See that what Aubrey's doing is reminding me of that. That's why I thought it was the same person.
The fuck is it? Corner, you good?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Mr. Miyagi and flies and shit.
Dude, I don't know where this big ass fly came from. It's cold as shit.
Uncensored, is it time to worry about Aubrey?
Yeah, absolutely. I would put him on a list of question marks. And it's such that it's happening at the end of the season where he's going to be a free agent because this is not the way you want to go into contract negotiations.
It is for the Cowboys. They give him cheap.
Well, you still locking somebody into a long-term deal that might not be able to make kicks for you.
Oof.
Even if you sign him at, let's just say you sign him at $5 million a year, which is like $2 million less than the highest paid. You're still gonna lock in with guaranteed money somebody that's starting to miss kicks consistently. He's missed, I think, in the last 3 games, he's missed at least one kick. Not good.
One kick per game or one kick total?
Nah, he missed one kick in 3 weeks ago. He missed 2 kicks in the last 2 weeks ago and 1 kick in the last game.
That's Schottenheimer's fault.
I think
it is 100%.
I think we should ask ourselves if it's his fault or if it's the offense is putting him on the spot all the time. That may be
ready. You got to be
ready. That
ready.
may be a question. Yeah, I think I grew up when you don't need a kicker to win a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm not saying that. I agree. You can tell that what's his name? That he lost his confidence.
Aubrey.
I mean,
yeah, I was about to say Maher. You could tell that he's lost his confidence the past couple of weeks. But he's out there so much, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I thought being out there a lot was practice, you know. But you can tell there's a confidence issue there. Once, like Jimmy Johnson said back in the day, once the kicker start losing his confidence, hell, I cut him the next day. I ain't got time for that. So I'm not saying cut him. Yeah, Jimmy Johnson said, hey man, the kicker. I forgot who our kicker was at the time. I don't know if it was Barnyard or whoever it was, Savage, but he went up to Jimmy Johnson, said, man, he kept missing kicks in practice. He said, man, I just lost my confidence. I don't know what's going on. And Jimmy Johnson said, oh, that's all I need to hear. I cut him the next day. So we know the Cowboys are not going to do that. And I'm not saying cut Aubrey because he's still, even though he's missing kicks, he's still one of the best kickers in the league. But I just wish our offense didn't depend on him a lot to expose that lack of confidence. They're exposing that confidence because kickers, they're not going to make every kick. They're going to have games where they miss kicks. That's just a part of it. This is part of it. But I just think that if we had an offense that did exactly what they were supposed to do when they were supposed to do it, move the ball, get in red zone, score, not put him in a bad position, bad predicament, then I think that's another subject.
He said,
Yeah.
He said, exactly 1980 back in the day, field goal kicker was not kicking 50+ yard field goals.
The ball is
No.
different.
He needs Tommy John surgery on his leg.
The fool. I mean, he's kicking 90-yard field goals. I mean,
Go back.
he's been.
Yeah, go back to
Shit.
that. When I said they using this dude so much,
They wearing them out.
Yeah.
I'm out. Uncensored. Get your ass on man. Whoop your ass tonight.
All right, let's fire it up. As soon as the stream's over, I'm on.
Well, let me know when the stream's done. I'm out.
we about to get ready
All
to
right.
end it. I said this shit 6 games ago, y'all. I said it 6 games ago. I said they finna get this dude. They gonna make this man lose his confidence because he shanked one, and then the next one he overcompensated for it. It went all the way. I said, oh boy, I've seen this story before. I've seen this one. Automatic Dan Bailey, one of the best for the Cowboys. I seen it. He lost it, and not just with us. He went to Minnesota after that, and it was terrible. And then Brett Maher, he went from kicking 62-yard field goals.
You remember what happened with Maher, bro? He went to the Rams and they cut him.
Bro, we had
Yeah, he was
Maher
barely
when 80 said, now you about to try to kick a 90-yard field goal. I don't. You know why I would be okay with getting rid of him? Because we don't need that. We've been using it as a crutch. It's been making Shotty timid, scary, complacent. Like, man, we got Arbor, so we'll be all right if we don't get the first down. We'll be okay if we don't score a touchdown. That's how they've been. Shotty has got bad spots, man.
Man, bitch ass crying Shotty, man.
Yo, that was the question I was going to ask you, Fifth, before we got off. Is what do you think about getting rid of Shotty as head coach?
I'm down, man. Fuck him, bro.
If
Fuck
they
that
did,
guy.
That ain't gonna
If
happen.
they did, I wouldn't be mad if they did. I really wouldn't, because there are things, even as a guy, as being a head coach for the first time, you still been around 20+ years, and that's just
20 years, man.
that you should way better. Even if you ain't been a head coach before, you've been an OC, you've been on the sideline 20+ years, and on the sideline with your daddy. So there's situations that you should have handled way better than you did. I don't care if it's your first year. There's just things you should have done as a head coach.
And I looked at the decision making as a head coach, and I keep going back to these last 3 weeks of the season. The season is over. Why haven't you as a head coach understood? I have to make sure that I know what I'm going into for next year. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait until the final whistle of the season to start a player evaluation. This season was over the moment the Eagles won that game on a Saturday. That Sunday, when Dak Prescott played, he should have went in there and said, "Hey, Dak, man, appreciate the season. We about to evaluate Milton for the last 4 games.
Over.
We're gonna evaluate." And then I would have went over to CD and said, "Hey, CD, man, it looked like your shoulder looked a little hurt, man. We're gonna evaluate Ryan Floyd on it today." And then I would have went over to Terrence Steele and be like, "Hey, man, your back look a little tight, man. We're gonna put Nate Thomas over here today." I would have went over there and went. All of these players, either the ones you knew that you were building your team around, they sit, and the ones that you know is not going to be part of 2026, they sit and see what you got in these young guys. There's no reason why Blue and Maffa hasn't played the last 3 games. You don't know what you got in these guys. You spent draft capital on them and left them on the bench the entire season. And that is a failure. That is a failure of a head coach inability to tell Dak Prescott, "I understand that you on 4,000 yards. I don't give a fuck about that. It's not about you. I don't care if CeeDee Lamb don't reach 1,000 yards. It's not about him. I don't care if Javonte Williams is not going to be a part of this team. Sit his ass down and bring in the young guys so that you know what you got. Because obviously you can't evaluate them during training camp. So put them in real situations where they got to worry about the guy trying to take their head off coming across the middle and see if they really going to catch the ball. or they just camp bodies like Tolbert is every single year because he know that the linebacker ain't gonna light his ass up going over the middle. But then he want an alligator arm and short shit in the regular season because Fred Warner about to take his head off.
Who's the wide receiver from the Eagles that used to do that? I can't remember his name.
Well, that word convince. That word convince floats back
Nelson
up.
Aguilar. Nelson Aguilar used to alligator arm everything when he saw somebody come across him.
Oh, 80 was saying something. What'd you say, 80?
Oh, sorry.
I said that word convince seems to float back up. Excuses and convince seems to float back up with the Cowboys. They know it's the end of the season. They know we're not going anywhere. So they're not going to do what's right and put some guys off the bench on the field and evaluate like we all want. They're not going to do that because they want Dak to rack up the stats and CD to rack up the stats and say, hey, they had a good year. Look at the stats. They're good court. They want to convince us that these guys are good athletes. Look at the stats. Dak had over so and so 1,000 yards. He did good, So that's why they're keeping them out there like that, to try to convince us that these guys can take us where we need to be. Yeah. That's why they're still in the game. Instead of just doing exactly what we think. Yeah, we could all agree. Go ahead and evaluate talent. Let these guys rest. Let them heal so they can be good for the I think season and good for next year. They want. It's all about the illusion of being a Cowboy fan. It's an illusion that they set up. It's an illusion. Everything they do is all about a facade. They want to make it look like, well, here are the stats. They don't have anything else to go off of but stats right now. And they think we're stupid, which a lot of us are, but they think we're dumb enough to fall for it, and that's what they do.
Man, dude. I also think, first of all, I don't think Schottenheimer has the balls to even bring that up. And if he did, Jerry would just say, yo, shut the fucking door. Get out of here. Seriously, let's be honest. It's Jerry's making the decisions, not Shotty. Come on.
You're not wrong. I mean, let's be honest. The only reason why they even hired Schottenheimer because all the real coaches didn't want to come here. Mike Vrabel would have never came here, bro. Let's be real. Even if Jerry Jones offered him more money than New England, then he would have said no.
We've had this conversation a million times. We said good coaches don't want to come here.
Yeah, because no one wants to deal with Jerry Jones, bro. Nobody wants to deal with that.
Jerry goes over the menu every day. He's that much of a micromanager. Yo, he would tell Shotty, yo, shut the door, bro. We all saw the draft room. He sat there, man.
Yeah. That was the warning sign, bro. That was the first sign that things were not going well, bro. When he didn't say a word. His grandkids had more say in the draft than him.
Facts.
They put his ass at the kiddie table. They put his ass at the kiddie table to watch.
And all the grandkids had the iPads out. Look at this guy. Look at that. It's like.
See, Jimmy Johnson was on the phone. Jimmy Johnson was right there, and Jerry was standing up in the back.
They Victor Sweeted his ass. Go sit at the kiddie table.
Yeah.
And
I
then
gotta watch that movie.
I watched it last night, literally. And then when the press conference came, he was off to the damn side.
Off to the side. Mm-hmm.
He was off to the side. I'm like, what this other dude up here?
They needed to change the camera angle just to get him on the screen.
And then they didn't even have him in the backdrop. They had the damn field behind him. He wasn't even in the Cowboys backdrop, wallpaper backdrop. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I was.
Dude, you had the grandkids up in there with iPads, helping pick. And Shotty was fiddling with his thumbs, bro, like in the corner, in the war room, bro, as the head coach.
I want Brian Flores, man, to come in as head coach, man, and let him hire his entire staff, man. And commit to 4 or 5 years under Brian Flores. Man.
Yeah, Jimmy didn't want cameras in. That's right. He didn't want that. He didn't want that at all. He's like, what are these cameras? Get these cameras out of here. Nah.
Real quick.
We ain't got time for that.
Yo, 80. Yo, we have fans that are saying, but it was Jerry. Jerry got us 3 championships. And I'm like, are you serious, bro? You're serious? Are you like? It was Jimmy, bro. And if he would have let Jimmy do his job, we would have had 5. They said, "Oh, how dare you say that about?" I give up. My head's about to go when I hear shit like that. It's like
yeah, it's tough.
You know,
This franchise is. Oh,
you know,
sorry. Go ahead.
this for the last. I've been watching them since 90s, in the 90s, early 90s. When you making this kind of money, you ain't gonna let somebody come in here to coach this team to be the face. It's all about the money, the dollar bill, paying off shit.
Yeah.
Getting caught up in your damn notes. When you're behind on your car note or your loan, getting caught up. And Jerry behind on money. And he owe a lot of money, probably people a lot of money. Everything we see now, he probably owned ESPN, got a partnership with the Disney, got partnership with everybody right now. We got to have that team on your internet. Got to have that on your TV screen at home. We got to sell. He's like Eddie Murphy in that movie Trading Places. Sam Mortimer.
Classic.
That man don't give a shit about the damn Super Bowl no more, man. They don't give a shit about the Super Bowl. Got fired. They don't care. Make that money. Sell that brand. Hey, and he can lie to us, and he's the damn good fucking liar. Car salesman, man. They'll get you in there. They get you to get that second hand, that brand new ride, and that brand new ride. Say, damn, man. Look, I'm on your credit check. And if it don't come out right, I can get you that brand new ride, but it's gonna be a high ass car note, or you can get it, or you can lease it. But he gonna sell it to you. It's all about that brand making that money. I'm sorry. I'm gonna slide out of here, and I'm gonna slide out. I might go live tomorrow with y'all. I don't know if y'all feel, but if we don't, before I pass away, before any of us pass away, I don't think we will get another Super Bowl until the end. I'm not saying that it won't happen, but right now I don't see it until I see some effort from him stepping out of the way and let somebody come in here and make some changes. Hey, that's how I feel. And y'all have a good night. I'm out. Peace. Love y'all.
Appreciate you, OG.
Peace out.
Last thing I would say, Shotty had a chance to change the culture a little bit and make things different with the Turpin thing. He could have punished him.
Yeah.
He could. I said if he didn't do nothing, we wouldn't know. And he did nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
He didn't.
When he got in the crash?
Nothing.
He was speeding.
Oh, he was speeding. Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was speeding and he had a firearm.
With a domestic violence conviction. Yo, that how fast was that out of the news? That was out of the news in 24 hours.
He had weed in a gun like he was a drug dealer. He thought he was what's his name? Omar from The Wire. Like it made no sense. He got no for you who just got paid. And this what you get caught in your head, coach only say, he know he did wrong. He's gonna be better. Oh man, I knew it was over then. I knew it then.
When I was like when Plaxico Burress shot his dick off in the nightclub in New York.
Still went to jail.
Which was crazy. He never should have. I mean, he shouldn't have went to jail for that.
Yeah.
They made an example out of him.
They did. He shot himself in a New York club too.
Yeah. They just made it. He shouldn't. I'm pretty sure he had a clean record. You know what I'm trying to say? His wife was.
It's just they don't let you conceal in New York. That's the whole thing. They'll make an example.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm saying
no, he up there. She.
But I'm saying like there's stone cold killers that would do that and not get what he got. I'm sure they made an example out of him. He never should have did it. I mean, do you really think he's a danger to society? You know what I'm trying to say?
Him shooting himself in the leg was enough punishment. Could have gave him probation. They didn't have to send him to jail.
Yeah,
it was him having that gun. It was him having that gun. There was a hell of a show though. I appreciate all y'all. He said everybody know we're going to pick because everybody they do tell you. That's how they end up then getting Pat Surtain they horn they mouth about it.
I agree with what Jar Jar just wrote too. I agree that Jerry Jones won't.
No.
Oh hell no! Yeah, hell no. His Arkansas ass, no shot.
Right? No.
Also, you saw that photo of him right at the school.
Shit, I use it as a thumbnail on one of my live stream one time.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, bro. He ain't never doing that. Maybe his grandkids or even his kids, but not him.
But do you think Flores opening his mouth like that and saying he was told to lose is shying owners away from not hiring him? Or
No, because the Pittsburgh Steelers tried to hire him. He turned them down, and now he's coaching for the Vikings. So
Okay.
they settled that lawsuit. So he's clear. And see, that's what I want a coach that hate losing so much that he's like, I don't want to lose. I'd rather you fire me than lose. I want that mentality. Hopefully, it bleeds down into the players.
Yeah.
There's a safety from Texas. Taffer, his last name is
Michael Taffy.
Bro, he hates to
Yo,
lose.
yeah.
He is the sorest loser in the world. And yo,
He's a throwback, man.
There's players of him out there getting ran the fuck over. But
And he gets up.
He gets right back up, bro.
I'm gonna miss him at Texas, man.
I'll take him day 3.
I'll take him, man. Dude, give me him, bro. I'll be a happy camper, bro. Get Donovan Wilson the fuck out of here.
A walk-on. He was a walk-on and became an All-American. And
Yep.
you know, if you got to check a video of him last year when Texas lost to Ohio State. He's flipping out, going nuts. That's what you need, a sore loser. Vince Lombardi said, show me someone who's not a sore loser, and I'll show you a loser. One of the best coaches ever. You know?
I need players that hate to lose,
man.
Yep, that's him.
Kind of shocked me with the thing.
He got heart, bro.
Back,
That kid
bro.
got heart.
What you say, Pip?
I said you kind of shocked me with the saying Eberflus might come back, bro.
I don't want him back. I just have a feeling that he's gonna be back.
I don't think he's gonna come back, bro, because if they got rid of Nolan, they're definitely gonna get rid of this guy, man.
I don't think that they want to put. I don't think that they want to change the DC again so fast.
Right.
And that's my only pushback is they think that one, they got some bad players, and I think that's known.
They're gonna use that.
Yep.
Damn.
Well, we'll see, man. I have a feeling he's out of there, though. I'm with Blog 1,000%. I think they're getting rid of him.
But think about it. If they bring him back, the only people that are going to bad mouth to move are us. Everyone else is going to be like, oh, let's rally the troops, get some guys, and he'll be like rah, rah, rah. We're going to be the only ones saying, no, bad move, bad move. No, we're the very small, you know.
I will say this, though. I will say that. A little pushback. I feel like almost everybody in the fan base wants him gone, bro. Like, I don't know anybody besides this one YouTuber. I'm not going to name him just for the sake of things. Everyone else wants him out of here, bro. So I think people would be very upset if they brought him back.
We need some true defensive ends, bro, that look like monsters, bro. Like, we ain't got that shit.
We got Ezuraku, who looks like dude, back then, bro, like with his weight, he should have been playing middle linebacker with that weight.
He's a 3-4 outside linebacker, in my opinion.
What school did he come from?
Boston College.
Boston
College, okay.
They took him because he had 16 and a half sacks. And
you could say the same about the Cassius Howell guy, but his arms are alligator and T-Rex arms.
Yeah, but that's just how he only had, I think, 12 and a half.
Dude, I don't know why everyone's obsessed with him, bro.
Hey, bro, he has 60 college games under his belt. He was at Bowling Green for 3 years.
Yo, Savage, who took that offensive line from LSU you used to talk about?
The Patriots.
Shit.
Will Campbell?
Yeah.
Yo, I swear to you, Vrabel put on helmets when Campbell and Miles, the one that Detroit picked.
Yeah.
They both visited New England. Vrabel put on helmet and shoulder pads and did drills against them. Went at it with them drills because they were bitching about Campbell had short arms. He put on a helmet and shoulder pads and they went plays. And he goes, you can play in the NFL. That's a coach, bro.
Damn.
You think Shotty would ever do that shit? Fuck no.
Shotty wouldn't know how to throw a Nerf ball. You know what I'm saying? But
you know how to cry?
Yeah, he'd cry. But you know what disappoints me? Like I would think a lot of scenarios, he had to see his dad be in those same scenarios, and he had to see the way his dad handled those scenarios.
Yeah.
But maybe he just doesn't have the balls to do it, or he's just happy to be the head coach. And
I think it's the latter. He knew, bro, that no one was gonna hire him. He was probably shocked when he found out that they got hired.
He's happy to be a head coach. I agree with that.
He's just along for the ride, And
I'm sorry, when I saw Steven on the walkie-talkie like 2 weeks ago, I said, he was calling Yo, and John Machota, the blowjob, he jumped right on Twitter and goes,
ran to Twitter.
Right, it wasn't 2 seconds.
Literally.
Players.
Soon as Cowboy fans started talking about it, he went to Twitter. It was about the injury. He's a Cowboys cockblower, bro. His channel pisses me off.
Bro, I called him a dick.
Dude, all of them except Jane Slater are afraid to call out the Jones boys. Jane Slater's the only one with.
Fuck out of here, walkie-talkie for injury. Fuck out of here, bro.
When have you ever seen that or heard that?
Ever.
Dude, I don't think. Dude, even Dan Snyder didn't have a fucking walkie-talkie.
Yeah, it's bullshit, man.
Yeah, man. The Jane Slater's the only reporter that gets on their asses. The other ones just suck them up.
Yeah. We peaked on this show tonight. I appreciate everybody. We went crazy. It was a good show. We're gonna get out of here though, man. I appreciate everybody for stopping through, man. It was a hell of a show. Shout out to everybody that's still rocking. But we're gonna end it, y'all. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace out, guys.